up, YouTube? This is Donna with Simple Productions. I'm bringing you guys another little video to give you guys. Today I'm doing something that's a lot of people are really scared of doing this, especially on an older truck. Being this one is a 2012. It's not super old, but still it's a pretty old truck still. But being that it's a King Ranch, it has the King Ranch fender flares. Just got back from a buddy that does all the wraps right there. Just got back with him got yesterday, and we designed what the wrap's gonna look like, and I honestly can't wait. But I want to try to get everything prepped before I give it to him. So I want to get the fender flares off, not put them back on. It's just I don't really care about the fender flares too much, so I was gonna take them off either way. But this being that the wrap's probably gonna be getting on by next week or the week after, I might as well go ahead and prep the truck. So I'm gonna take the fender flares off. Already took some of the stickering off to the side of the truck, but there's a few things here and there I gotta do before I want to drop it off to him, just so that it'd be a quicker process for him and not so much trouble for him having to take everything off the truck. So we're gonna take the fender flares off. Kind of scared to do it because you never know what's behind it, if it's been scratched or not. But then you gotta take off all that glue that's behind there. So I want to get to that and kind of show you guys a little bit of process of it, how to do it. But being that I'm using my phone, I don't have a tripod for the phone or anything like that, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to film and do it at the same time. But I'm gonna try my best. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so the process of taking these off, you got just a few bolts here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bolts you got to take off, and that will release the fender flare. And you also got one down the bottom here, kind of hides from you. So you got those you got to take off, and it is kind of glued on there, but somehow you just start peeling this back, and the glue will start separating. It's the size that you would need to take these bolts off. It's a 732. So you just take these off, and then hopefully it looks pretty good underneath there. Hopefully it's not too bad. So let's get this off. See how much that fender flare takes up, and we'll see how much more tire we see once we take the fender flare off. So let's see. That came off easy. So it's really not too bad. It's just a lot of this glue. I'm gonna put the truck back into the sun a little better for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna wash the truck first, and then I'm going to take some Goo Gone to take off of here. But try to put it in the same spot. So it makes a little bit of difference, not too much. Now you're able to see more of the middle tread, so almost half the tire is hanging out now without the fender flare on. And if your truck has fender flares, this is one of those easy ways to get that more stance. But personally, I'm just doing it just for the wrap prep, because I never really cared for them. But like this right here, all these lines really do not line up with this pinstriping. So that's why I wasn't going to do it in the first place before. But if I wasn't doing a wrap, I would not take these off, just so I don't have to deal with that, half-ass looking line there. Not too bad, just got a lot of glue got to take off. Well, there's an extra pin. Gets held on by a screw, not the Phillips head screw. I kind of bent that a little bit, but no big deal. Another thing I actually really noticed made a difference on how much the wheel sticks out, showing the mirror too. Alright, let's get this thing washed. as you guys can see, truck's all cleaned up. Looks pretty damn good underneath there. Still gotta get that the goo off of there. Trying to take advantage of the sun a little bit. Try to get the goo a little heated up and try to get it off, and then the rest of it I'll use a heat gun, get it all back to sticky and kind of pull it off a little better. So I'm gonna do that real quick. This is actually working, surprisingly. But what I'm doing is instead of just really like scraping it off, peeling it off with my fingernail, I'm just taking my finger and just kind of pushing it along. And then with these lines, of course, here, I'm just gonna take a microfiber because it comes off with my fingernail. So. And then you just kind of rub your finger up. And those little pieces you can just kind of rub out, but a lot of these pieces will come off when I do the goo garn. So now we're going to do some goo garn. I got a lot of the big chunk of goo or glue or double-sided tape, whatever you want to call it, pretty much off. So now it just left me with little lines, residue from it. So we'll use some of this bad boy here and get it off. Taking that whole line off right there, and once that get all this done, then I'm going to use some of the spray wax to get all that residue off of there. So there it goes. So I got some of it out, not too bad. Can we appreciate the color here? Look at that flake. Damn. I'm gonna do the rest tomorrow, so see you guys in a second. So it's next day. Got this side pretty much done. There's just a few things here and there that I kind of want to buff off. One thing I learned about this, it seems like it's almost impossible, but I made swirl scratches pretty much into the paint, or if I could find where you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see, but there are swirl scratches right about here. It's pretty bad. I think mostly from the microfiber, putting a lot of pressure on it to try to get a lot of this goo off. So kind of pissing me off a little bit. Even though it's getting wrapped, it's just like I don't see any better way of doing it. I mean, I'm trying not to rub so much, but if you don't rub, if you don't put pressure on it, then you still got all this goo all over the truck. So adhesive, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not sure what's the best way of doing that. It's probably something so simple that I could have been doing, and to go around from having to scratch the damn truck up. Even though the truck has scratches all over it, but not like that. It's just pretty damn bad. So yeah, that's the only thing. Like, if you guys are looking to take these things off, unless there's a better way that I don't know about, you might get some kind of swirl scratches. I heard that you can use a eraser wheel. I heard that can kind of burn the paint, burn the clear coat off if you're not too careful with it. Might get some 3M adhesive remover, because that might help a little bit better. So I think before I start this side, I might do that, and then I gotta get some compound for the buffer, and some wax and polish and stuff like that, so I can try to buff the scratches out. Go to AutoZone real quick, grab some 3M adhesive remover, and then see if we can get some of these scratches buffed out, because just looking at it sucks. I'm gonna put this on the sun again, which makes it a lot easier. And I'm gonna take some of these clips out at some point, get this all cleaned up inside the fender here. But yeah, it's going pretty good. So let's go to AutoZone, head over there, and then yeah. So let's do it, guys. So I just went to AutoZone, just got back. I actually got a new buffer. My other one's at my old house, and I have no idea where it's at. So, all right. So I just got all the big stuff done on the passenger side, and then, since the sunlight's in here, you can really see the scratches now. So, right there, you can definitely see some scratches. Along all over there, you can see that big haze. Look at that one. That's some bad stuff right there. You can see the line. There's still some goo on here. So we're gonna see what that buffer can really do. And having the flashlight right on the spot, but just like looking at it, it really made a big difference on the swirl scratches that I created, and you might create while trying to take adhesive off or fender flares or anything really. But I'm gonna try to do a little bit more here and a little bit more here, and try to get those ones out better. Fender, front passenger fender, you can see, look at all that scratches all right there. Those are all the scratches that my stupid self has created, trying to get adhesive off for these fender flares, because it was getting a lot of glue or adhesive down here, so I was using it going back and forth, and it scratched it up. So I kind of got a little carried away and kind of did a little bit more on my fender here. Anyways, so let's get this wiped off and see how it turned out. So here's just did a coat on there. As you can see, got a lot of that adhesive swirl scratches off. Some right there still. I gotta get that. Down here, remember that big set of scratches down here. Don't see those anymore. Not as much. That was just the first coat. Definitely a lot better. So on to the second coat of it, and then be good. We'll be done. Finished product.
What do you always do to me when I take a video?
You're gonna make our process
Always fuck it up.
longer. But anyways, there's the
Like I was saying.
finished product. You're such a jackass.
How's it feel?
Good thing you're good looking.
Thanks.
But anyways, that's how you take off fender flares. That's what it looks like. I'm done. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Had to buy extra
You know what
shit.
else is a pain in the ass? You.
Yeah, it happens. But anyways, all right. I'll see you guys later.